Get to this point in the plateau and they go, okay, well, maybe I'd better just find something else. And they quit. All right, well, I ran this impact earlier this week for the team. Unfortunately, Mr. Nicholas wasn't in the office to capture it, but I figured it was a bit of a ripper, so it's worth putting on social media, showing you guys. So I was kind of talking about the idea that there's three types of people, yeah. So I'm kind of graphing, I guess, someone's stick-with-it ability. So if you're thinking about, being successful in any field, whether it's a relationship or sport or business or, sales, marketing, whatever, your ability to stick at something through the tough times, through the challenging points is, in my opinion, one of the most important factors for your long-term success in something. And in a bit of a graphical way, you might be able to resonate with or relate to these three different types of people. You might be able to see which one you are in particular fields in life as well. So to start off with, we've got what I call the dabbler. So if you can sort of follow the red line here, the dabbler is someone that, they start something new job, new skill set, new career. What's up, Jasmine?
Just wondering. So,
That's all right. What are you
I'm allowed to do.
Okay.
Sees the camera and melts.
Sweet. So, they start something new, right? So whether that's start a new relationship, new job, new career, developing a new skill, maybe they're, starting a new fitness regime, new diet, whatever. They experience a very quick period of growth, right? So a very quick sort of, period here where they're developing the skill quickly, or in that what I call a honeymoon phase. So whether it's a job, career, relationship, everything's exciting, they can never do anything wrong, you don't see any of the negative qualities, you only see all of the positive qualities, and we're in that sort of honeymoon phase, right? But it's a little bit naive to think that trend of growth is going to last forever, right? Like whether it's in a sporting endeavor, fitness regime, diet plan, relationship, business, skill set, whatever, there comes a period of time where the feeling kind of plateaus, or the growth plateaus. Like you get, say for sales, for example, the first 1 or 2 months, you learn lots of stuff in a very short period of time. But you get to a point where you're not still learning at a super rapid rate. It kind of has this law of diminishing returns. You hit a bit of a plateau, usually kind of 2-3 months in for most people. They hit this plateau, it's not as exciting anymore. It's not as, kind of like, wow, I'm learning so much stuff and every day is something cool. You get to like 3 months in, you're like, yeah, I've worked outside before. Now, unfortunately for the dabbler, what they usually do in this period of time is they go, oh, well, maybe it's just not the thing for me. Maybe this career path isn't really what I thought it was. Maybe this skill set isn't what it's all cracked up to be. Maybe this relationship, maybe it just doesn't, maybe it's not the one. Yeah, so they get to this point in the plateau and they go, okay, well, maybe I'd better just find something else. And they quit. Then all of a sudden they start something new. So you might notice this with, friends, for example, they start a new relationship pretty quickly, or maybe it's a new job pretty quickly. And you talk to them, oh yeah, how's the new job going? Oh, it's fantastic, I love it, yeah, the boss is really cool. Yeah, what I'm learning is really, really cool. The, it's heaps more fun, like the team's amazing. We're learning so much stuff, it's really, really cool. You're like, oh, that's fantastic, good for you, like, really happy for you. You talk to them probably 3 months down the line, they're there, another plateau, and you're kind of talking to them like, oh, how's that new job going? Last time we spoke, like you said, it was amazing. You were really enjoying it, you said the boss was really cool, and you said you were like learning heaps of stuff really quickly. They're like, oh yeah, it's okay, like I haven't really, I'm not progressing as quick as what I was, and yeah, it's not as exciting, and there's actually this guy at work that's kind of really annoying, and the boss isn't as nice as what I thought he was, and I go, oh, God, that sucks to hear. Lo and behold, eventually they quit on that. You're like, okay, no dramas, they're on to the next thing. They quit and they're constantly chasing the next thing. They're chasing that honeymoon phase of quick development, this feeling of, this high, this rush, this honeymoon phase of everything's new, it's exciting. But that person doesn't stick at something for long enough to develop genuine mastery or genuine success in that field. They kind of just hop from one thing to the next thing. You can kind of see this pattern in their life, and it's a bit frustrating to watch, with friends or family or, colleagues, to see them quit on stuff all the time and never really develop mastery or success or fulfillment in their career path or in their fitness, endeavors or in their relationships or whatever, because they don't really stick through the tough times or the hard, the sort of challenging stuff or just the plateaus where things aren't moving as quickly, right? So that's the first type of person. Second type of person we have is the achiever. So This person starts something new, they experience growth, they hit a plateau, because plateaus are normal, you're gonna experience that in everything in life. Now, when an achiever hits a plateau, they kind of get really frustrated because like, I'm not progressing, I'm not moving forward, I'm not, experiencing that same honeymoon feeling like I was before. And this kind of scribble here, that's sort of symbolized that person in that, plateau moment. They stress out, they work really hard, they hustle, they grind, they kind of freak out, they spend a lot of emotional energy and time and effort to try and work something out, and eventually, boom, they make a breakthrough. Yeah, they achieve the next level of success in that given, endeavor, or, a deeper level of connection in that particular relationship or whatever. Yeah, lo and behold, they hit another plateau. Yeah, because again, that rate of growth or that, honeymoon feeling is not gonna last forever. It will always kind of stagnate, hit these little periods of plateauing. Yeah, and again, that person, they get really frustrated in the plateau. They're like, oh shit, it's not moving anymore, I'm not progressing. Yeah, what do I do? And they kind of hustle, they stress, they grind through it, they kind of work themselves sick, and eventually they find that breakthrough to the next level, yeah? So the achiever experiences an upwards trajectory of growth or progression in a particular field, whereas the dabbler kind of, they have these little moments of growth, but over the long period of time, they kind of don't really achieve any substantial growth in a particular field, right? Now, the last type of person, which is ideally what we all want to try and do, go for me, Nico. Okay, good. Cool. So the master is kind of the one that we all want to, strive towards. Now, in honesty, most of my life, I've been the black one. Yeah, I've been the achiever line. I work super hard and grind and hustle and stress and eventually find a way to break through. It works. It's not the most time efficient or not the most emotional, energy efficient way to do it, but it works. The third one, which is I guess what, in my older years I'm trying to work towards, is kind of the master line. So same thing, they start a new endeavor, business, relationship, skill set, fitness regime, nutrition plan, whatever. They experience growth, they hit a plateau, but the master is the sort of person that just has this level of insight and wisdom, and they go, plateau, it's to be expected, yeah? But the master in this plateau, instead of stressing out and freaking out and hustling super hard and kind of digging their heels in like an achiever does, the master goes, okay, well, there's people that have done this before. There's people that have achieved the results in relationships, in business, in fitness, or whatever that I'm looking for. They've achieved it before. They're the trailblazers. So the master in this period of time goes, okay, cool, well, I'm just going to seek out those people, network with those people, try and get their wisdom, their insights, their tips, so that way I can kind of break through that next plateau a little bit faster and a little bit easier than potentially what the achiever does. We can be different types of people. We can be dabblers in relationships, but more of an achiever when it comes to work. But I think it's important to try and have that self-awareness of, okay, well, what sort of behavior pattern do I typically exhibit in a particular field in life? Which one do I want to have though? But I know that I can achieve an upward trajectory of growth or feeling. I just gotta go and talk to the people that have achieved that next little part. Yeah, speak to them and kind of get their wisdom. So hopefully you guys find a bit of value with that one. Yeah, 3 types of people, kind of tracks your stick with it ability for something.
Loves it. That's fucking easy.